Hi, I'm Renee.
And I'm Debbie, and together
We
we
are
are
the
the
Round
Round
Table
Table
Recap.
Recap.
Hey, welcome back. We are on Celebrity Traitors, Season 1, Episode 2. And leading off from last episode, this is where Alan is stressing out about trying to touch someone to get them eliminated in plain sight.
Right.
So, and I like how, so they like cut to where they're all at the bonfire and Alan gives a wink to Jonathan, and Jonathan's like, we need to talk about him like being on the down low about things like in his
I know.
confessional. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it to
Alan's
Alan.
not very, he's not very subtle. No.
No, not at all. Uh, but they do like go back to the turret that night, and so this is where Alan does tell them that he picked Bo, Bo,
Paloma.
Paloma, and yeah, and then I like how I don't remember who says like, "Oh, I'm brokenhearted." Maybe it was Alan. And then
Yeah.
Jonathan's like, "That's it, guys. Like, this is the last I'm gonna hear about being brokenhearted." Or he's like,
Yeah.
"This is a game. We're traitors."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he even asked them, he's like, who are we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
He's
I
a
like.
good leader.
Mhm.
He's a good leader for the traders.
Yeah, I like Jonathan being thrown in there because I think you even mentioned it last episode where yeah, he's the level-headed one and he's very
Hmm.
strategic, and so yeah, he's good to rein them in.
Yeah, because the other two, I think, are emotional. Like Alan was feeling bad, and then, and Kat was feeling bad, and then
Hmm.
Jonathan's like, no, this is a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so then moving into breakfast, I think it's Jonathan that, or I think it's funny that Jonathan is the one who talks to Ruth, and they're
Mhm.
like, "Who do you suspect?" And out of
Right.
all the players, he says Nico. And
Yeah,
Nico and Ruth, I think, had this alliance because of the last
right,
episode. So I thought it was kind of funny. Like, out of everyone he could have chose, he chose like the person that she's in alliance with. But,
right. Yeah,
but
yeah. And she still suspects Kate.
mhm,
Kate's name is getting thrown around a lot, because
for overreactions to everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is also where Alan, he's like, I think he said something about it, goes past his acting abilities to like where people are walking in, but he knows that
Yeah,
everyone's going to be there. And then
yeah,
I also noted where Claudia, when she comes in and she talks about, this happening in plain sight, and you have
right.
Alan, that pans over to Alan, and he's over there
I know,
giggling.
I know. I know. That's what I put down. I was like, Alan's got so many tells, because he can't stop giggling with Claudia. And then afterwards, after Claudia leaves, and everybody's like, what could it have been? And he's over there fidgeting, like, oh, like he
Yeah.
can't, he can't stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, he has so many tells. Oh my
He
gosh.
does. I think people just kind of like think it's just maybe he's quirky. I think they chop
Yeah,
it up to
yeah,
that, like, but
yeah.
it's really because he's a traitor.
I know.
Like, people are probably like, he's too obvious. There's no way. There's no way he's a traitor.
Right.
It's
Nobody would pick him.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Um,
but yeah, and then they go outside and they discuss about like,
well,
oh, what? Oh,
well, before that, when they said, "Hey," well, even before Claudia came in, and they're all like, "Hey, everybody's here," like nobody got eliminated, and then Jonathan says, "Maybe somebody got recruited," and then Kate, like, she stands up and she's like, "Maybe somebody got recruited," like
oh
she's so.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
like. I mean, she totally took all of that, away from Jonathan and put it on
Hmm.
herself because she's so
Yeah.
loud.
And that overreaction again. And it's really
Mhm.
just her being her, but yeah, she makes
Right,
herself
right.
look so suspicious with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good
Uh,
call out.
yeah.
Uh, did you have anything else before they move outside? No? Okay.
No, that was it. Yeah.
Okay. So when they move outside, I thought it was funny because they're like, something happened in plain sight, and they're trying to like, talk out loud, like what happened, and did you see anything? And it's even Paloma.
Mhm.
I don't know why I have a hard time saying her name. Paloma. Uh, she's like, recapturing everything, and the only thing that she mentions though is that Nico hugged her. That was
Right.
that was about
Right.
it. But I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, Alan was with her, and yeah,
Yeah.
she just
Yeah.
kind of blew past that, I think, because they're so good friends inside the house. So,
Right. Well, Alan even tried to say about, he's like, oh, that Ruth with the desserts.
oh
And
yeah,
then it was then what's her name? Lucy. She's like, no, no, that was mine. And he's like, oh, well, they were just throwing theories out. But I
yeah,
thought that was a good attempt. He was trying to, yeah, he was trying to deflect to Ruth. Uh,
yeah, yeah. Was it the marshmallows? Yeah.
yeah, the marshmallow treats. Yeah,
hmm
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, good. He's actually blending in. He's like, yeah, as you said, deflecting. So yeah,
Mhm.
he's not over there just
Right.
stressing out about it.
Right. So he's throwing out some theories too, because, in the last episode, he's like, I'm worse than Linda. But I mean, she didn't even try any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm.
But then I mean there's more discussions, obviously, like they're broken into different groups about who could possibly be traitors, and Celia,
Mhm.
she brings up again about Charlotte giving up her shield, and
Right.
um I mean she's like, I'm starting to suspect everybody now though, and
Mhm.
I think she said that she suspects Joe, maybe, or maybe she's not.
Right. Joe W. Yeah, Joe W.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's really it, and then they move on to the mission.
Yeah. Well, I had to laugh too, where because the mission, I forget what Claudia said, something about the morning, and it was who was it? It was Ruth, Joe M, and David. I think they were in the kitchen. And Ruth was trying to say, morning, like morning with a U, because Joe M was saying, oh, it's morning, He's like,
Yeah.
well, she didn't say the U. And, and Ruth's like, no, but she was implying. And he was arguing with Ruth. And then David said, well, Stephen thought the same thing, that was morning, MOU.
hmm
And Joe wanted to argue. And then when he heard that, he's like, oh, okay, then.
I know. Yeah. That's
Well, as Stephen says.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I noticed that too.
poor Ruth.
I
Yeah, he
know.
doesn't give any credit to Ruth.
No. No.
Oh,
Yeah, because Steven said it at the breakfast table before
yes.
she left.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, Joe didn't want to listen to Ruth, and then because I mean Stephen Fry's a big, he's a big deal. So,
hmm
and Joe was like, well, okay, Stephen
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah. Right. Right. Give stock to somebody else. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then moving into the mission, it obviously is with a U,
Hmm.
because they have the three coffins, and then they follow, or they walk all to the graveyard. And here's where they have to answer clues to figure out who the traitors pick to go into the coffin, and then they pick the final person of based on the clues of who they
Hmm.
chose to eliminate.
Right.
And I mean, the first one, I think they got it right, which was Nico. Um,
Hmm.
and because it was like you get the first clue for free, but then you lose money if you need the second clue, which I want to
Hmm.
say on all three coffins, they had to use that second clue up. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, so they got Nico right because, the second one was at the ballot box. The
Hmm.
second one, though, they got incorrect because it was supposed to
Right.
be Lucy, but Nick is the one who they ultimately went
Mhm.
with.
Yeah, that one they really needed the third clue, because it could have been either of them with the first and second. because they're
Yeah.
both comedians, and they both had some type of space aspect, associated with them. So they really needed that third clue, but they thought they had it. Nick thought it was him,
Hmm.
with the second clue.
Yeah. Yeah. And the third one though, they got right. Ploma.
Yeah, but they used all three clues too.
Oh, they did. They did on that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, and then they chose wrong of who the final person was. They thought it was
right,
Lucy when obviously it was not. And I kind of like though, that all of the traders kind of took a backseat
right.
in the clues and the guessing. Like none of them stood out where like you've seen in other traders where they've been a little
Hmm.
bit, there's always like one that's a little bit more vocal because they're like, we want to
Hmm.
bank the money. So they give
Right.
themselves away. So I thought it was
Yeah,
smart of them to
yeah. I
not
didn't
push.
think that, because I thought with the coffins that they were smart to hold back, and I thought, well, that's if they're smart, they'll do that. But I really thought because if they guessed it right, that was an additional 4,000 pounds to the pot. I really thought one of them was going to try to steer them towards
Yeah,
Paloma, but yeah, none of them did. So that was really, even though they lost the money, that was really smart
smart.
because yeah, they just blended in with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so too. Especially being this early on in the game where
Right,
you don't really
right,
have a lot to go off of. So, yeah, any
right.
little bad move, I mean, it can definitely get you in trouble. I
Yeah.
thought it was funny though because they have Alan do the speech, and it's like
Well, and
Alan's
who volunteered, Alan?
who did? I didn't write that down.
Jonathan.
Oh, it was Jonathan? Really? Oh, I just
He's like, I'm like, wow, nothing like putting Alan on the spot.
that's
Thank you,
funny.
thank you, fellow traitor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just noted that Alan was the one that was put on the spot to do the speech for her. But
Right. But then Jonathan did help him out with saying, we're going to get our revenge
oh yeah,
or something like that. So he did kind of help him because you could tell Alan was caught off guard. And so Jonathan did step in and
yeah,
kind of saved him a little bit.
yeah, yeah. That's too
Uh,
funny.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, then on the rides back, they there's obviously different names being thrown around, but Claire's the only one that brings up Alan potentially because
Mhm.
she's like who could be the least person that they suspect due to
Right.
their friendship. And so yeah, she's the only one that brings up Alan. But of course Kate is still talked about in regards to the
Mhm.
overreaction. And
Mhm.
then Mark, he brings up Tamika as possibly
Right.
being a traitor as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now Nico, though, this is where he's starting to feel the heat because people are looking at, well, possibly a traitor put themselves in. But I feel
Mhm.
like it's also easily dismissed because even they bring this back to the castle and they're like, it's like too much of a spotlight because there's obviously only
Yeah.
three people or two, because one of them's gone. So, I
Right.
mean, it's too much of a spotlight for a traitor.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's something that they do have to consider because I think it comes up again at the round table.
Hmm.
So even though it's dismissed, but since it's at the beginning and they don't, like anything else, when you're trying to, figure out who the traitor is and you don't have enough information, you just go with what you have.
Yeah.
So how did you like at the laugh with Tom because he was given it was that little group of Tom, Alan, Charlotte, and Kat, and Tom was saying that he suspected Kate, and he said, who says flabbergasted?
Yeah. And then Alan's like, you can't base or think it's a traitor just because they have a better vocabulary than you. Yeah. And then I thought it was funny because then she used it again at the round
I
table.
know she did.
And they even painted Tom's face too. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I thought
know,
that
it's
was funny.
funny. Yeah. Yeah, I had to laugh when she used it the second time.
Hmm.
And Tom's like, see? Yeah,
Yeah.
who uses that?
Yeah. Yeah, I marked that one down. Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I also, in that small group, I also noted that Kat used like almost verbatim what Claire had told her that day at breakfast in regards
Hmm.
to the
Right,
overreactions. Like she basically regurgitated the exact same thing that Claire told her. So,
right,
because she probably was like,
right.
"Oh, that's smart to like say and
Yeah.
keep to that story." But
Yeah, because Kate does it over and over again. She overreacts to everything. So, yeah, it's
mhm.
easy enough to just keep saying it.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's a good train to keep on.
Hmm.
And I mean, they even bring that up. So I mean, that's really all I had. And then moving into the round table, they even, because Kate Kate is the one who initiates the conversation because she's like, I
Right,
heard, my name go around and both Kat and Claire are the ones that speak up to say, yeah, I threw your name out there for the overreaction um parts. But
right,
and then she's like, it's just me, that's who I am. So,
right.
and
Yeah.
then Steven, he's the one who brings up Nico,
Hmm.
uh, because he even says like his reasoning behind that too is that he seems most likely to say that he wants to be a traitor during the interview
Right,
with
right.
Claudia, which is kind of smart because it is like,
Hmm.
I think she does take those interviews into or her whatever into consideration. So
Yeah.
it is smart to think down that line as well.
Yeah, I think he's the first one to even, in all the traders that I've seen, I think he's the first one to even suggest, using that as a strategy to try to figure out who a trader is. I
Mhm.
thought that was really good. That was, yeah, something I don't think has been thought of before.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was smart too. It's a good observation, especially at this early stage, because yeah, the evidence and what you have to go off of is so limited.
Right.
And this is also where Mark brings up Tamika because of a change in her behavior. And
Right.
I kind of liked how Tamika, obviously we know she's not a traitor, but I liked how she didn't just throw it back on, well, I suspect you, Mark. Like she turned it
Right.
around and, threw it, I want to say it was back on Nico. I didn't write it down, but she threw it
Oh,
back and suspected somebody else.
Kate. She went back to Kate.
Oh, it was Kate. That's right.
Hmm.
That's right. It was Kate. Yeah. It made a full circle. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was good too because so many times you see when when somebody is attacked, they go right after that person that's attacking them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very different, I really enjoy this group of, for the traders. I really enjoy it. They have different strategies that you've seen, you know, uh, what we've seen traders US, traders Australia, traders New Zealand.
Hmm.
And so this is, and obviously traders UK, but this celebrities traders, I don't know, it's just very different. And I really am enjoying this season.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a really good group. I
Hmm.
mean, it's even entertaining as far as like their
Hmm.
conversations go. And then they work really well too as a team.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
it's a really good group. And
Yeah,
like you can see though at the end of this roundtable, because we obviously it leads off with you don't know who gets the most votes, but everyone's
right,
kind of all over the place. Because
right.
it ends with 3 for Kate and Nico, 2 for
Mhm.
Tamika, and then 1 for Tom.
Right.
So yeah,
Tom.
yeah, Tom. I don't think he's in danger, but
Yeah, I would never suspect Tom as a traitor.
no, but
I
I
mean,
feel
he's
like go ahead.
no, I was gonna say he's an Olympic. He won gold, I believe, for in the Olympics for them for in diving. I believe was it diving? I think
Yeah,
it
it
was
was something
diving.
to do with diving or swimming or yeah, it was
Yeah, I want to say he's a
aquatic.
diver, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, so he has that wholesome image. I just don't associate Trader with him.
It's probably why I didn't get picked. Who knows if
Yeah,
he'll get recruited later, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's a wrap on episode 2. Stay tuned to find out who they vote off for their very first roundtable. We'll see you guys next week.
Yay.